Hello, pupils and parents at Kevin Syson School. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but unfortunately, we're back again with an increase in prevalence of COVID across Wales and indeed in our area. Over the weekend, we had a positive case at the school, which involved a member of staff. But there's also been a number of contacts from this case, and also contacts where adults have been asked to isolate from other cases. The numbers are up in this area. They're up predominantly as well. When we looked at the groups last week and the information we were given, the age group that have the most contacts is the 20-year-olds, and the next is the teenagers. So it's something we really do have to be wary of, and we'll be doing everything we can to make sure all our processes are in place and everything is as safe as possible for these last 2 weeks for everybody. But just to reiterate, hands, face, space is what we're asking all pupils to do, and they must continue to wear these masks. And the best ones are the ones that the 3-ply ones, which we've given out, and we have more at the school. Just to say on that, Track and Trace are very big on the wearing of masks. That's when they consider people as contacts, and they have to be assured that these masks are on, properly worn at all times. There will be no need at this stage next week to reduce the numbers of any year groups or classes coming into school, so we're open for all pupils next week, although next week we will be down quite a number of adults. If members of staff, particularly teaching staff, are off at home isolating, they will be transmitting their lessons live on Teams, and those will then be shown to the pupils in their room with another adult in the room supervising. That's predominantly the way we'll do it for next week moving forward. So it is important that the pupils bring their devices in, and that we move forward from that, although they're likely to be shown on the teacher's screen in the classroom. Again, in our lovely new building, that'll help. It also, the new building helps us to control and to make sure that we're obeying social distancing rules and keeping safe with everything. So that'll definitely be happening. I just want to reassure you as well, I'm not at this stage planning on bringing lots of supply teachers in. We've got capacity within the school to cover this at this stage, and that's what I intend to do. I don't like the idea of extra adults coming in because that introduces extra risk, and at the moment it's perfectly acceptable. You'll have done it yourselves for people to socialise in groups of 6 if they're having a meal or a drink, etc. But with the Delta variant, what we're finding out is that if one person on that table has got it, obviously all the others are in contact, but also they're quite likely to have COVID as a result of it. So we're just taking extra precautions now in these last 2 weeks leading up to the summer, and I don't want anybody having to isolate into the start of the summer holidays. It's been a very difficult year for youngsters, and I want to try and minimise anybody isolating, but quite frankly we can't control that. When something happens, Track and Trace speak to us, and they're very, very clear on what they look forward. When we had a case with a member of staff that came up yesterday, Track and Trace asked me to go into school to remeasure the distances of the desks from the teacher's working area, which I did, and it was over the 2 meters as I knew it would be. But that's how serious Track and Trace are taking everything. So I thought I'd do a piece to camera just to explain to you. It is as safe as we can be with COVID, with our restrictions. The numbers are still low, or much lower than we saw in the second wave and indeed the first wave, but they are increasing, and that's resulting in people having to isolate. And we've got a number of adults from 3 different cases actually having to isolate from our school next week. So I just thought I'd keep you all informed. Okay, thank you. Keep obeying these restrictions, hands, face, space, and we'll all get through this together. Thank you. Bye.